Hey guys, welcome on back. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama, and if you see this red live box right here, that means I'm live. Y'all, we are creating with the, excuse me, the Firehouse gingerbread set. So I went ahead and I did a little bit of painting ahead of time because this did take a couple of coats, but they come in that white wash right there. So there are 6 different pieces to this set that we're gonna do tonight. But let me pull up my live, and when y'all pop on, comment the word village, and I will send you all of the info about what I'm using tonight, okay? Y'all, I just lost my train of thought, so I apologize. Hi, hello. Let's see if the word is working. It does not look like it is. Well, let me go fix. Let me see. If you comment the word village, you should get the message. Hi, Marie. Hi, guys. Okay, so I know I just talked about this, but y'all, we're doing the Christmas Firehouse Village. I posted up an inspo picture of this in the VIP group today, and I had to do it, okay? So when you get your village, this is a whitewash wood. It's not a chalkable, it is a chalkable surface, but it's on a chalkboard surface. Hi, guys. Hello. So I went ahead and I painted it in camel, and to get that solid color I had to do about 3 coats of it. Okay, so we're gonna paint the last one together, and then we will use our transfer, y'all. I am so excited about this one. Hi, Miss Kathy. All right, so I'm using the color camel, y'all, and like I said, I had to do several coats just to get it to be nice and solid. But you could use a different color if you wanted to. You could do this however you want. And the cool thing about this surface is that you can use the back too to do a different colored theme, gingerbread village or anything like that. We did have another gingerbread village set, but y'all, it sold out like almost immediately. And they decided not to bring it back. So I thought, let's do this one. And we're just gonna do it in the classic gingerbread color. And the classic gingerbread color, and just white. We're just gonna do white on top. So let's dry this. Hi, Sharon. Hello. Hi, Lynette and Leona and Miss Sharon and Miss Bambi. Miss Bambi, I didn't forget about you, about your message. All right, so there's one coat. You could leave it like that, but I want mine to be solid. So we're gonna do another coat. I'm just using camel. Acrylic paint would probably work for this too, y'all. If you have the perfect acrylic paint for gingerbread, you go right ahead and use that. But I have my chalk paste, so I'm just gonna use that. And I am painting the edges. I'm not worried about the back, y'all. I probably won't do this in a different color scheme, but you do have the back as well. All right, let's dry this, and I think we're ready. Hi, Miss D. Hi, Jamie. Oh, Miss Jamie, I haven't forgotten about you either, y'all. It has been a crazy few days. So like I was telling y'all, I'm going out of town starting Thursday. I'm going like on a little girls' weekend with my mom, my aunt, and my sister-in-law. We're going to Houston, actually, for the Nutcracker Market. So the Nutcracker Market is this huge like holiday market, and they have tons and tons of vendors. It is giant, and so we've been. My mom and I have been the last 3 years, and so we're gonna go back this year, and go back this year and shop and have a little girls' weekend. If you have not been getting live notifications, y'all. It might be because like your subscription ran out, okay? So what you can do to get signed up for live notifications is comment the word village, okay? And when you get the message from my page, there will be 3 buttons. I think there's gonna be like supply list, join my free groups, and get live notices. You're gonna click on the button that says get live notices, and you're gonna follow all of the prompts, all of the questions that it asks you. Like one will be, do you want to receive live notices? You'll click yes. Do you want to receive updates on product? You can click yes or no. And it'll ask for like your name and your email address. I don't do anything with that but it's just nice to have just in case something happens. But that's how you can get signed up for live notifications, and they're totally free. Alrighty, so let me show y'all. Y'all, these are so cool because they hook together. Isn't that neat? So these two, from what I found, stay together, and then the third one comes off. So let's lay all these out, and let's get to chalking. Hi, Miss Sandra. So we're gonna use this transfer right here, okay? And we're gonna use pretty much all of the pieces. I don't know if we're gonna add the wreath, but before we do that, let's wax everything. So you want to wax, y'all, because when you paint with paste or any kind of paint on wood, you're gonna put your sticky transfer on top, right? And if your transfer is super sticky, you run the risk of pulling up the paint off of the surface. So you want to use a little bit of surface wax. I heat mine up because, y'all, mine is flaky for whatever reason. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of surface wax on each of these, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put the transfer on each, and then we'll chalk on each. Kind of just like a little assembly line. How was y'all's Tuesday, y'all? I have not had hot water for 2 days, and I hope it's getting fixed tomorrow. Luckily, my parents live super close, so I can go over to their house and shower and stuff. But y'all, not having hot water is quite a dilemma. There's not much you can do. Hi, Miss Debbie. I mean, there's a lot you can do, but you can't shower, bathe, anything like that. Who wants to take a cold shower? Hi, Miss Debbie. I don't know if I said hello to you. I think I did. But we're going to wax all of these. Okay. That is done. Y'all, do me a huge favor. Hit the heart button and sprinkle the video. Sprinkle just means to share. That helps me out a ton. So here's our transfer. We are just going to pull these up. And I did go ahead and pre-cut my transfer, but I will show y'all how to do that in just 1 second. Thanks for all the hearts, y'all. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and do multiple pieces while we're here. Oh, we didn't do that one. Hi, Shauna. Hello. What did y'all have for dinner? What are y'all making? I'm making like sausage and peppers and potatoes and stuff. That's what I'm making. Thanks for sprinkling. Miss Stephanie, I saw your message come through. I haven't had a chance to read it, but I will read it here in just a second. All right, so we fuzzed our transfer. We're going to have to do this one at a time. So I lied, y'all. I was going to put all the transfers on, but there's going to be an overlap. So let's do a couple at a time. Great thing is, that's not the right one. Great thing is you can see through these transfers, so take your time lining it up like so, and then we're gonna push down. Okay. Pork chops and brown gravy, black, ooh, yum, cereal, roast and broccoli, yum, 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 yum. I wanna come to y'all's house and eat. All right. We're gonna lay this down, push it down, and then we'll do one more. I won last night. Okay, Miss Beverly, that's on me. Obviously, I will get it sent over to you tonight. It's been a crazy, crazy day, my friend. But thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it. All right, lay this down. So we've got 3 of them. So I'm not putting the other ones, y'all, because let me show you. It does overlap. It goes on the other one. So we'll chalk all 3 of these. We'll dry, and then we'll do the other ones. Okay, so I'm just using bright white. Y'all, I thought about doing, you could do like a really pretty like candy themed one, like with bright, like light pink and light blue. Glacier would be perfect for that. There's also different color schemes. But I thought this classic looking one was just too adorable to pass up, to not to do. All right, so there's the white. And I'm going through and I'm picking up any of that extra paste. And y'all. Hi, Miss Pamela. Yay, Miss Dolores. Look at that. That's so pretty. I love this. What do y'all think? Do y'all like the camel and the white? What other color schemes would you do? You could also paint them black and do like shimmers all over. I think that'd be pretty too. All right. Let's do this one. I love this set so much, but you have no more room. There's that one, y'all. That white on that camel just looks gorgeous. Just watch someone stencil and the green backing stuck to the project. Yep, that can happen. So sometimes if you don't fuzz well enough, or if you don't wax and your transfer is super, super sticky, it can stick to your surface. Like the green part of the transfer can stick to your surface. Hi, Dewey. Miss Dolores, this is a gingerbread set available on my chalk site. So if you comment the word village, right? And then when you get the message, you'll click on supply list and then you'll click on chalk products. And everything is linked right there for you on my website. No cutouts tonight. I'm just using all chalk. I know the white makes it pop so much. Now, I got inspired by that picture I posted in my VIP group this morning. And I was like, I have to do that one. All right. There's that one. She didn't wax. Hopefully she can fix it. Yep, that tends to happen. All right, there's that one. Let's dry these two. And then we'll do the last three. I know, Miss Sharon. Let me spray these with water. Okay. So the transfer does come with a wreath. Y'all think we should add some wreaths? It does, doesn't it? Should we add some wreaths on these? We'll wait till the end, but hi, Cheryl. Yeah, I cut my hair a couple weeks ago. It's kind of hard to tell. Yes, for Christmas. All right. So those are dry. Let's do our last three. So I'm going to show y'all. I don't like to cut the backer of my transfers because it makes it really easy to lose pieces when you cut your transfers apart. So what I like to do is I like to lift the transfer up. Okay, and there's these little white lines on here to show you where to cut. I just take my transfer trimmers and I just cut the transfer itself. I'm not cutting the backer, and that way your backer stays intact and it's really easy to keep track of all of your pieces. Yes, add the wreath. You think that'd be beautiful? Wreath looks festive. Okay. Now here's my dilemma, y'all. What color? Moss, pesto, meadow, all the choices. Okay, remember we waxed our surface already. We waxed all of the houses, so I don't have to wax again. And we're just gonna line these up. I guess I should have done all of them. Okay, we'll throw this on the fuzz cloth, and we'll throw this one on the fuzz cloth. Okay. Pesto. Hi, Christine. Yeah, I think pesto would look pretty. I think moss would look pretty. I think moss or pesto. I think the meadow might be too bright with the camel.